I'm gonna show you a handful of ways to make videos that get views on YouTube without showing your face, so you do not have to be on camera. And even if you're somebody that likes to be on camera, some of the things that I'm gonna be sharing in this video can also help you make your content faster, as well as just helping you make some cool additional footage that you can add to your videos. How we're gonna do this is I'm going to share with you the idea for the faceless video, and then I'm going to give a quick explanation of how you actually put it together. And we're starting right now. The first one is screen recording. For this, I use software called Camtasia to record the screen while I'm doing something. This is great for gamers, tutorial channels, and of course, a fantastic way to add additional footage to your videos. For this, once Camtasia is installed, all you have to do is go into the software, click record screen, and do your thing. Once you're finished with the recording, you can also easily edit the video in Camtasia as well and save it to use in your YouTube videos. And since TechSmith, the creators of Camtasia, are a channel sponsor here, they actually gave me a 10% discount that I can share with you through the link in the description below. So if you decide to try Camtasia, make sure you click that link and you'll save 10%. And as a heads up, they also have a free trial if you just want to take Camtasia for a test drive and just see exactly how it records the screen and just brainstorm on all the different things that you can do with it. Next is point of view or POV content. People get really creative with this one. You can find some really cool examples of this from moto vloggers, bike channels, walk around vloggers, and all types of other content. Using the point of view shot is also good for adding unique looking footage to your content if your face is in it or not. And to do this, all you have to do is hold your camera or show what you're seeing as you do your thing. You can level it up by getting a mouth mount. Yes, you heard me correctly, a mouth mount for your phone or GoPro, and then you can see both of your hands if you want. A really cool use of this type of shot is from a channel called You Suck at Cooking, which is hilarious, by the way, and you should check it out if you haven't yet. But he mixes the point of view method with our next technique, which is the overhead shot. You see this overhead shot in all types of content: unboxing videos, ASMR videos, review videos, home repair, crafting. The list goes on and on and on and on for the overhead shot. But the overhead shot is easily achieved by mounting your camera or phone to the table using a mounting arm, or simply putting your tripod on the table that you're working on and pointing it downward. There's also a lot of different contraptions to help you do the same thing all over the internet, so you'll have tons of solutions. Next is over the shoulder. If you're doing any type of tutorial or instructional content, shooting over your shoulder so you add the person element to your videos, but you still don't see your face, is a great way to level up your content. Combine this with the screen recording idea I mentioned earlier, and you'll have some really cool looking content. To set this one up, position your camera where it's focused on the screen, but you see the back of yourself like you're seeing on your screen right now. Of course, when you're doing this one, you don't want to just completely fill the frame with your body and see a little bit of the screen. You want to make sure that you're showing enough of the screen and actually focusing on the screen so that you're a little bit blurred out if possible, and all of the attention is actually on the screen, which makes it also really easy to transition back and forth as well. The next way to make videos without showing your face is stock footage with narration. For this one, you don't have to show your face, but you would need to speak. All you do is record the audio portion of your video and then find stock footage to match the things that you're talking about. This type of content is extremely easy to make, which means that it requires a very low amount of effort and a very low amount of skill. But you can see this concept illustrated with this whole entire section here that I'm talking about because I did this exact thing right here in this video. Next on the list is slideshows. Now with slideshows, you're gonna need a little bit more skills with this one, a little bit more effort's gonna be involved because of course you're gonna have to actually build out the slides that you're gonna be showing on your screen. Essentially, what it is that you're doing with the slideshow is you're putting together a presentation. And then as you're going through that presentation and you're changing the slides, then in that case, you would have the screen recording. You'd be using Camtasia for that, and it's recording what it is that you're seeing on your screen as you're actually narrating through the slides, just like if you were giving a presentation. This one, of course, is best suited for people that have a little bit of experience with using slides, or if you are just somebody that is like, hey, let me give slides a shot, then this would also be a great fit for you. But in addition to that, another really cool thing about the slide option is that you can also build in some animations to it as well. And speaking of animations, that brings us to our next option, which is animations or doodle videos or scribble videos, whatever it is that you want to call them. Both of these are extremely effective at keeping people watching just because there's so much changing on the screen. And as long as you're talking about something that's interesting and you're narrating in an interesting way, people will stick around and watch that type of content a lot. People love that type of content. The downside of these types of videos is that there is a lot more skill involved. So if you're somebody that's just getting started, that might be a much bigger hill than you're willing to climb at this point in time. And because of that, you might want to default on some of the things that we talked about earlier. Another way that you can make your videos without without showing you on camera is, of course, if you have somebody else that you want to record, or if you have a pet that you can highlight, or maybe a whole group of pets, or maybe an entire house full of pets, then you are covered in terms of things that you can make videos about, or things that you can focus on when you're making videos without you having to actually be on camera. And if you got a cute pet, it's also a great way to highlight that adorable pet as well. This is my pet, Popcorn, by the way. I'm tired. Another type of video that you can make without showing your face is if you are musically inclined and you're trying to share your music with the world, then in that case, of course, you can make that type of content as well, but instead of showing your face, you can just show the guitar that you're playing, or the keyboard that you're playing, or the drum pad that you're hammering on. Any of those things are also a great way to share what it is that you're doing, but also make it visually interesting as well, especially if you add some cool lighting to it and, just kind of create a vibe with the video that you're creating. For this one, all you would need to do is take your camera or your phone camera and just set it in ways to where it makes the shot look a little bit interesting, and just record while you're doing your thing. Now look, if you're putting all of this effort and energy into creating your content, the last thing that you want is for YouTube to delete your channel, right? So because of that, I actually have a video sharing with you 4 things that can get your YouTube channel deleted. I'll put a link to that right here. You can click into that right now. And if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.